7 seconds. We good? Hi, I'm Brian Fleming. We all have problems that hold us back. In fact, when I speak to different companies and organizations and associations across the globe, I constantly meet people who have problems in their personal lives. They have problems in their businesses. They have problems in their relationships, and so on and so forth. We all do. I do. Everybody has problems. And though I believe we all have problems that come into our lives that we have absolutely no control over, I also believe that we can move past them. In fact, I know we can move past them. A lot of people think that if they just meet the right people, get the right job, or make enough money that all of their problems will magically go away. And there are a lot of speakers out there who will tell you that, or strongly imply it in their messages. But the truth is that you and I are never going to stop having problems. That's life. So what we have to do is not wish problems away that won't go away, but we have to get better at dealing with those problems and those issues that come into our lives. You know, when I was in Afghanistan in the military and I was fighting the war on terror, our ability to deal with and adapt to a problem quickly and effectively was the difference between life and death. In your life, it's no different. If you don't know how to effectively deal with the problems and challenges continually facing your life, your relationships, or your business, it could mean the death of your life, relationships, or business. It could mean the death of your marriage, which often includes the death of your bank account, the death of your relationship with your kids, and losing friends. It could mean the death of your business, which could lead to the death of your marriage, and all of those other issues and those things. But what if you knew how to effectively deal with and adapt to the problems that you will inevitably face? If you want to be able to successfully deal with the problems that you face in life and in business, you have to know things like how to surround yourself with people who are better than you, and how to be a productive member of a team, even if you don't like everybody on that team. Have you ever had to work with somebody you don't like? Ever had to work with that guy? Oh yeah, we all know that guy, don't we? Yeah, well, you have to know what's going on around you. Whether it's issues facing your personal life or relationships, or being aware of a rapidly changing business climate in your industry. In combat, the element of surprise is one of the single greatest advantages that a military unit can have over its enemy. But just as well, it's also one of the greatest advantages that the enemy can have over your team. And being aware of your surroundings and knowing what's going on around you is vital to your success and survival in life and business. You also have to realize that sometimes after making it through a tough situation, and just when you think the worst of it's over, it's not. Sometimes that happens and you have to be ready for it. In fact, I remember after getting blown up for the second time in Afghanistan, after a suicide bomber exploded 3 feet away from me in Kandahar, and I woke up burned and bloody, lying face down in a ditch on the side of the road. You know, I thought the worst of the pain that I would experience was already there and that it wouldn't get any worse. But 3 days later, I arrived at Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio, Texas, only to realize that I was wrong. It got worse. When I arrived, the nurses all took razor blades and they began shaving and tearing and ripping the dirty, charred, burned skin off of my hands and my face and my neck while I was still awake and conscious. Just when I thought it was over, it wasn't. Just when I didn't think my situation could get any worse, it did. I had to think fast and adapt myself mentally to that situation to get through it. And I did. And after going through all of that pain and all those situations, do you know what I learned? I learned that you've got to be able to laugh at the end of the day. And look, I know, not every situation is a laughing matter. But sometimes you just have to be able to find the light and humor in a situation and be able to look back and just shake your head, even with a crazy tough grin on your face, even if it's simply an unbelievable realization that you can't believe you made it through something alive. And I know you've had those situations. We all have problems and we always will. The fact is that we will always have problems come into our lives, so get used to it. But developing your ability to deal with those problems is the key. One reason so many people lose so much of what they love and appreciate, their lives, their careers, their families, their businesses, is because they don't know how to deal with the problems they face. People need to be better prepared and equipped to deal with their problems. And that's what I talk about when I speak all over the United States and abroad to different companies and organizations, to different audiences all over. I talked about how to adapt to and overcome the problems that we face that hold us back, and how to stand firm when everything around you is blowing up. If you'd like me to come and speak to your audience and teach them how to deal with the problems they face so they can be more productive and successful in life and business, and know how to stand firm when everything around them is just blowing up, contact my office today from the link in this video.